I'm Gabrielle,
I'm Ryan.
and we were looking for a service dog for our son. He's a nonverbal autistic, and he is a big eloper. So we knew we needed to find a perfect dog and the perfect trainer. So after doing extensive research, I got in contact with Brian. He made me so comfortable, my husband as well. We spoke to him many times, what the process was, going through everything. He made it very comfortable, especially for me being in the behavioral world with humans. It was actually very similar to dog training as well.
It was a big process because we spent a good year looking for the right breeder.
Yeah.
And interviewing with different dog trainers because we have a different aspect of a service dog that we were looking for and a dog trainer that we were looking for. And finding somebody that actually fit the needs that we had was a little difficult because we really wanted to have a good personal relationship with them, but then also know that we could do what we needed for our dog to adapt to our son, and that was a long process.
Yeah.
It was
Well, even before meeting him, he even offered to contact the breeder, make sure we got the right dog.
that was
Yeah.
a lot of what came, because we did do our research. We went through about 4 different breeders trying to find somebody we trusted, somebody that had the reputation we needed, and that also had the dog that we needed, because our son, he's a very big child.
Very big.
And he's very fast. He can outrun my wife. So we knew we needed something that could handle basically just our child running away. And so with Cato, we knew that we were going to get that, but we also knew that the process to get him to that point was going to be needed to be done by the right person, and that's where we just found the right people.
This may be cliche, but God works in mysterious ways, and I contacted Brian and started talking immediately and just felt right.
A lot of people were just trying to force us into something that
Take your money and
basically, and that wasn't really what we wanted at all. We really knew it was going to be a long-term thing. Plus, with dogs, you only have a limited amount of time, and with our son, we know that this is going to be a process that we're going to continue and repeat.
And it wasn't just behavioral training, it's the extensive of going into service training, and how honest he was up front of, hey, 95% of the time this doesn't work. I'm not giving you a guarantee like other ones were saying, oh, well, we do this, it's going to be X amount of money and it's going to work, and you could just tell they were just trying to take your money and not being genuine. And with the Goji, we felt very comfortable right off the bat.
The relationship that we needed with somebody that we can trust, and we knew that it's not an industry that you're spending just a little amount of money. It's an investment, but making that investment with the right person is where we were most concerned, and
especially with the breed too.
Yeah, especially with the
pick
breed.
The right person for that.
It was very, very, very good process, but scary all in the same bit, because you just don't know what you're going to get.
My number one motivating factor of picking a Goji over somebody else was definitely his knowledge about behavior in general. That was my number one, this is our person, especially because we do behavioral therapy with our son, and putting that into a therapy dog as well seemed very natural, and just number one, knowledge.
The time you took with my wife to go through everything, to just really offer that comfort for her, that made us just...
And so sweet, the way I learn is visually, so they let us record everything when it was time to pick up and do our training, and just all in all, just very sweet. It is the biggest thing I could say with the life change with having Cato now is the weight lifted off my shoulders. And that's the main thing of why we got Cato in the first place. We only have our one child. When I'm out with my son and Cato in the world, again, I feel like I have to advocate for Cato just as much as my son, because there is backlash with Corsos. But it's honestly, can I pet your dog? Can I pet your dog? They're so sweet.
The control that he has, and the ability to stay with my son. I mean, because my son, they get out of the car, he grabs onto the harness, and they basically just walk together, which is, it's kind of funny because people just don't expect it. They're so taken back by how big the dog is, and that the child just walks with him and he reacts to what our son does.
Yeah.
And then on the other aspect, for me, it's just a weight lifted off of my shoulder, because I work a ton, you know, and with them being always together, I always have that comfort feeling that she's taken care of, my son's taken care of, and they're gonna be okay.
To do the training at home, it makes you that much more comfortable if you're able to go back and, hey, am I doing this right? And, you know, so that was my favorite.
and also the approach that y'all did with when we come in after you've had the dog. It's not just, hey, here you go, there's your dog back.
It's like 3 hours.
Yeah, it was, I mean, 3 hours of, you know, we videotaped everything. That way we could go back and, you know, look at what y'all were teaching us, see what we did, see what we needed to work on, and then, like I said, sending videos to you, just being like, hey, are we doing this right? Is this normal?
He fell asleep on place. Is he supposed to do that? Oh, yes.
And so that, like I said, just for the continued help that y'all give is just amazing.
We drove about 2 hours, 20 minutes to go to Agoji, and it wasn't worth it every time.
That's the thing, is we did the process of searching through, and we had some that were closer. I mean, distance wasn't gonna be the determining factor for us. It was, we wanted the right fit, we wanted the right company to come into and give us the dog that we needed.
It wasn't about convenience. It was about quality of the service, and we feel like we definitely got that.
Oh, 100%. It's funny when you say that. It's 2.5 hours just to take
Just
your dog.
there, not
that's almost 5 hours round trip. We found what we wanted in a dog trainer, and that's why we stuck with y'all, man.
Amen.